when he was born from the chain. So he or she wasn't knowing that how powerful it is. So one fine day, when he grown up, and he just like somebody came, and he tried a lot to break that chain, but he was growing up, but he tried a lot, and then he was so exhausted. He thought that he couldn't even break this chain, never, means not in any entire life. But one fine day, when he grown up, so somebody came and said to in his ear, "In one hit, you can break the chain." So this is only we are doing. We are just saying to all of the women, you are already empowered. With a one hit, with a one expression, you can break that chain. So let me call from this our next dynamic speaker, Tina Ma'am Jones from United States of America, honor of Telegold Book List. Yes, ma'am, over to you.
Hi, thank you for letting me join. Today is a miraculous day, and we should enjoy each other's company to know women's lives do exist. Justice of women will be served based on the fact that God knows that women are very valuable to Him. They give great information and creators of human life. To understand that we all have a purpose is to know that we all have human rights. We all were born with human rights to know that we can do anything we put our minds to, and the power of God exists within. From the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, all human beings are born free and equal in dignity to all human mankind. Now is the time to empower women and to empower people to respect women worldwide. With justice to be served, we will understand that women create life. Women also have the advantage of consuming the right energy. We must show the way to have justice by recycling that energy and mindset to uplift each other, to educate each other, to know right from wrong within each other. The woman of the natural power of communication creates value in the economy, creates value within the homes, creates value within culture. To consume energy of positive being, we can understand that God exists within. Women's lives do exist, and they are very important. You all have an advantage now. This is the 21st century, and God is ready to unite you. God is ready to uplift you, and God is ready to have your justice be heard. This is our time to communicate. This is our time to love and heal each other. With giving humanity back the power, you all will be able to do this with changing your mindsets, recouping and regrouping the minds of you all. Now is the time for all nations to have hope. The women of all nations will come to have hope and know that God exists, and this will be done. Thank you for having me speak, and God bless you all.
Thank you so much, ma'am, to inspiring over here, and really, really, you did it amazingly. And like so, I really believe that today I'm so fortunate to have you all and listening you and feeling really more inspired, encouraged, and motivated. So, Ashima, ma'am, are you there? Actually, I
Yes,
called you
ma'am.
before also.
Am
Yeah.
I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Could you please on your video?
Ma'am, I think I'm facing some network issues, but I'll just speak up real quick. I hope that is
Okay,
fine.
sure.
Thank you. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
yeah, sure, ma'am. Please.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. It's always a pleasure to be here and speak in such a good platform, which is celebrating women. Hi, this is Ashima Jha from India. I am currently an international public speaker and a person who is always involved in, guiding, motivating, and sharing insights at such a good platform of wonderful women. So, ladies and gentlemen, there has been such a good discussion happening so far, and so good insights have been put by so valuable and helpful speakers which have spoken before me, and I'm really happy to be here. Uh, but I just want to direct the attention of discussion to one very critical thing that I think we are missing on our discussion. It is very important that apart from empowering and educating women, we should also consider the factor that there are a lot of women who are habituated to oppression, who are habituated to the situations in which they are, and our job is to bother their conscience and wake up their souls that it is important for you to fight for your rights. In the present world, we are living in a world of conflicts. I'm so sorry and I'm so sad to say that the war of Ukraine and Russia, the war of Afghanistan has all challenged the situation of women. Who do you think is the worst sufferer? It is the women, it is the civilians, and their rights are critically challenged at every stage, and that needs to be taken care of. We have policies, we have platforms, we have United Nations women working for it. But do we even realize that these women who even don't know about their policies, how we are going to fight for them? We can take the horse to the pond, but we cannot make the horse drink water. It is women who has to rise and who has to speak up and fight for their rights and against oppression, and it will only happen if we publicly speak about their rights, if we empower them in the war-like situation, if we can create situations, and when we are providing them aid, we can also guide and direct them that this is your right and you have to fight for it and you have to speak up for it. Women and girls are not helpless victims. They are sources of power. Power to cope, power to prevent, power to reduce risk, power for resilience and transformation, and to build back better after crisis. That is the power that we want to invoke in our women. Confidence does not come from always being right, but from not fearing to be wrong. And we have to invoke the self-confidence in our women, in our younger generations, in our youth, so that more talk could be done on these issues. I'll not take a lot of time because I know many speakers are really curious and interested in speaking and expressing their views, and it's always better to listen to such great people. I'm really thankful to Madhvi ma'am, Dr. Caroline and Raja Rao sir for such a wonderful platform of celebrating women. And I would just like to end by saying that, dear women, fight to rise from your ashes. You are strong. You are a phoenix. You deserve to bloom again. You deserve to love again. So fight. Just fight to rise from your ashes. And that is how women empowerment should be celebrated. Thank you so much.
My eternal gratitude to you, ma'am, that the way you explain so energetically. We would love to see you next time as we are the beauty. And that's what's important when it comes expression. So expression really works a lot. So, but still on the audio, you did it amazing even.
Thank you so much, ma'am. You can see me on your back. I'm just the one wearing the red sari. So that's me, Ashima Jha, just back of your video. I'm so sorry. I wanted to switch on the camera.
Okay, but yeah. That's what we love to see, the expression. So that's the reason. So, before I end it up, like today, let me tell you, Caroline ma'am, first time I'm not actually feeling to ending something, because this should be gone and on and on. And this is what we are doing every other day. So this is wonderfully done. That's what the amazing opportunity. The day, like every day, should be the celebration. The real celebration is given by Caroline ma'am and Rajarao sir. So before ending up, I would like to invite once again for the words of thanks to Caroline ma'am. Over to you, ma'am, please.
Yeah, thank you very much. A wonderful session. Everyone spoke well and given a lot of information, and insights are so high and deep, which touch the heart. Really amazing. Mainly the words of the speakers, they have taken up every point. Every point has been covered. They spoke about the problems as well. I found that they have shown the solution also for it. Women need to raise their voice and fight for their right. It's true. And moreover, in Indian culture, if you observe, uh, people, girl or women who are raped, they're not having any right to raise their voice and say their trauma, because parents themselves control the child or woman, that their family will be disrupted and they will be defamed in the society. So they are not asked to raise. And though many cases, many rapes and victims are there, but we notice if we move to the police station, we find that rarely they are giving any complaint on them. One thing, defame, they will be a culprit, like the culprit will be saved in Indian culture, as the laws, they're not, though they are framed, they are not implemented rightly. So all reasons, and moreover, the person, if they complain, they may take any revenge and the action will be high. So they're like this, so many problems are there. Women are unable to express their trauma and they are oppressed. So we need to raise our voice and support the victims who are in a psychological, emotional, mentally they are upset. We have to educate them and bring awareness. It is your right. So if you are strong enough, no one can offend. So, but rural areas, especially illiterate girls who are not having good education, they are so scared. Of course, even in urban areas also, girl who is well educated also rarely complain. They are scared of defame and damage will be noticed on their family and the society will look them down. So there are like this, many reasons are there. And as the speaker said, workplace, especially the workplace. Recently, I have seen a video of an Indian girl who is in Ukraine. She is requesting to save the total girls because the one set of girls who moved, the Russian army has captured the girls, and what happened to them, no one knows. So there are certain incidents. So in workplace, especially, women and girl are the great victims, and they will be facing a lot of trauma. Psychologically, they move to depression, the way the army people act. And so these are all many problems, especially women and girl are facing because of the certain norms, certain rules, certain policies, and family culture and patriotic culture of India. These are the reasons why we women are facing a lot of problem. So it is the time to be so courageous, as you said, Madhavi ma'am, that we need to learn karate. So we have to educate, at least now. In our generation, we haven't learned much, but now many centers are there where they're teaching all self-defense mechanism one. So they have to learn and defend themselves. That is very, very important nowadays, girls, because when they move on the streets, what will happen, they do not know. So it is the time for us to concentrate on us, and we have to be self-independent, as said, which career has to be chosen, what age they have to get married, all these things. The girl should have a clear picture of her life, what she has to do, which career she has to choose, at what age she has to get married, at what age she has to give birth to children. So this is very important. So now the educated girls are moving ahead and concentrating on their career. So recently I spoke to one girl. I asked, now your age is 25, so till you did not get married, what's the reason? Then she said, no, I am concentrating only on my career. So if they concentrate on career, so it will be post on the marriage. But if she is a self-independent, definitely she will be taking care of herself, and also after marriage she will not be dependent. So these are the things very, very important. The girl has to know all these things and she has to be empowered. So people who are already empowered, it is our duty and responsibility to protect the girl, child, woman, and educate all the rules, regulations, laws, policies, and what are the benefits they get if they move on to the government. So, or the court, or the police station. So they should not be scared. They should not be feared of. If they're bold enough and courageous, no one can do anything. So these are the things they have to understand. So it is the time for us to empower and make other women and girls to be empowered. From the bottom of my heart, I would like to thank Manju Gupta ma'am for your great insight, amazing speech, and Evangelia Vasiloka ma'am, wonderful. So I'm in general, I'm praising everyone because everyone is so unique and their points are so important, and everything I noted, every point is very, very important, and this has to be implemented at right time. As Tiana ma'am said, that God has to exist in women. So when we look at the spiritual side, we will be more courageous, the strength will be more, and our life will be more bright. So we need to look at God, and God should exist in us, so we will be very bold. And I would like to appreciate Kajal Chatija ma'am. Thank you very much for your insight. I appreciate Neha Srivastava ma'am for your wonderful message. I would like to convey my thanks to Taruna Kapoor ma'am and Kajal Chatija ma'am. Ashima Jha, she's so young, but she has given us a wonderful message, and she carried really. Always, I observe her and appreciate her for her boldness. But the only thing is, today we missed her looking at her beauty. So next time, I hope we are going to see Ashima switching on her video. I would like to appreciate Dr. Linda from Nigeria, ma'am. Nigeria, thank you very much, ma'am. You have given us the history from 1911 to 1940, how it moved on, and how the International Women's Day celebration started, and how a woman has to be empowered, and what steps they have to take. So really, today I understood the history in a great way. Thank you very much for giving us a great information. And also, last but not least here, Kiriti sir, thank you very much, sir. What you said is right. In many colleges, sanitation facilities are not available for the girls, but during inspection, they immediately arrange the waiting room for girls. The classroom will be converted into waiting room, taking out the benches. So in many colleges, I noticed. So it is a common fact. It is so girls are not given priority. Only they say words. But it has to be implemented, and girls also need to ask that during menstrual cycle period, they need some rest. So waiting halls are very, very important. Many colleges it is being ignored, and proper washrooms facilities are also not provided to girls. So these girls need to raise their voice and fight for their right. Thank you very much, ma'am, Madhavi ma'am. Wonderful. Today you are taken a great job. Your job is commendable. So you had done my job also. Today I kept quiet and observing you. Thank you very much for carrying the session in a great way. Your moderator work is superb, and I know you are a great speaker also. Thank you very much for being here and making the platform more beautiful and bright. And I say today is the auspicious day, as we all celebrating the International Women's Day with the wonderful ladies and beautiful ladies who are more intellectuals and also courageous. I appreciate my brother, Dr. Raja Rao, for being here and facilitating us to have our program in a great way. He is behind the screen today, but thank you very much, brother, for being with me and with us. And also, I would like to appreciate Prince Pagadipalli. So I'm looking at his pic here, and I always appreciate and very engaged. He's reaching to the pinnacle and supporting the women. Thank you very much for every speaker. I would like to thank from the bottom of my heart for being here and making the program a grand success. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much.